Well, hello everybody. This is RonLeGrand and welcome to this very, very important online training. If you have interest in making a lot of money sitting at home using the internet, and in fact, the purpose of this training is to show you how to do that as a beginner, and assuming you have no previous experience whatsoever. And I have my friend Ed Rush with me on the seminar today, which you're going to meet here in just a minute. And I think between the two of us, we're going to give you a ton of ideas. In fact, we're going to cover a lot of stuff. So if I were you, I'd probably get something to write with and write on if you don't have it already. Now, if you're driving down the highway listening to this by a phone, that would probably not be a good idea. But I'm going to show you 6 ways to make money online today. And Ed's going to show you what's going on in his world and how important he can be to you as well. And I think, honestly, by the time you get through with this seminar, you certainly will find something that excites you to get your family involved, to get your kids involved in, your parents involved in, or yourself involved in. And in fact, I can tell you that many folks are taking the information that we're giving here, and when they learn a little bit more about what we're going to talk about here today and get involved in it, that it's turning into income streams that excel and exceed anything that they've done in their life so far. Now, you are going to get some valuable resources. I'm going to give you a link at the end where you can download a ton of stuff. So if you see it on a slide, you can try to write it down if you want, but I may have to go too fast for you to try to get all this information in. And I may go faster than you can write, but don't worry. You're going to get a link as soon as the webinar is over, and that link will let you download anything that I'm showing you here today that has websites on it, which is what most of it is, but where you'd want to write it down. Let's get started with a little bit about me, and then I'm going to introduce you to my friend Ed Rush here. If you know me, you know I'm in real estate, have been for 30 years now, both residential and commercial. Have commercial properties all over the place. Even got oil reserves and had a resort in Alaska and got a restaurant and single family houses, a couple of thousand of them to date, still going strong, still buying and selling them on a regular basis. I'm a long time information marketer, probably been information marketing for 25 years. Selling information products, both offline in the beginning and online in the last, I don't know, 10, 12, 15 years or so. Hundreds of millions of dollars worth of information products. I'm also a speaker and an author, a lecturer and a trainer, and I train trainers. In fact, if you have been to any real estate training in the last 7, 8, 9, 10 years, you probably have been trained by one of the folks that I trained to be a trainer. So enough about me. I think we probably ought to spend a little bit of time on our friend Ed Rush. Hello, Ed. Are you there?
I am. Yeah, thanks for having me on the call. It's definitely an honor.
Ed, I don't know anybody that knows more about Ed Rush than you, so I'm going to turn it.
No, it's literally one of my favorite topics. And no, thank you for being on the call. Like I said, I'm honored. I'll give you the really quick introduction and then get very quickly to what it means to you as you listen to this call today. I flew F-18s in the Marine Corps for about 11 years. Actually, it was 13 years in the Marine Corps. Decided to leave the Marine Corps back in 2006 to spend more time with my family, and really didn't know what I was going to do at that time. I had a little bit of a whim, which I'll talk about in just a second. But I was able to do all this and do very well, make a lot of money online, and help a lot of people with the messages that I have out there. And I was able to fly airplanes and all that other stuff, even despite the fact that I failed kindergarten. And I don't like admitting that in public. But the reason I tell you that is because what you're going to see when we talk through this webinar today and give you training on how to get this stuff done online, how to get up, running, and profitable online fast, is you're going to see that the strategies that we talk about are actually pretty simple strategies. And it's not because we try to dumb it down for you. It's very simple because of the fact that I knew that I wasn't a rocket scientist my entire life. The principles for me to execute them properly needed to be simple and easy to understand. It is important for you to know that things that we'll talk about today are things that I actually do. Things that Ron talks about are the things that he actually really does. There's plenty of folks out there that will teach you theory, things that they might have read from books someplace, but haven't actually implemented them. And so we've got sort of like this real world guarantee here. So the stuff that you'll hear is basically things that actually really do work right here on planet Earth. And so that's kind of where we're going to go from there. I started out teaching people how to become fighter pilots. Actually, it was my very first information product. I created a little book that helped people to do that, and it was actually this little whim, and that whim actually kind of worked. If you hit the next slide, you'll see my first sale was for $14.50. Now I've got programs that go up well into the 5 figures now, but I still sell that little book. And I literally started with a context, a foundation of just really wanting to help people and to grow a business that I thought could help people. And that's really, really where I got started, all the way back in 2006 with a $14.50 sale. And now I've been really blessed to work with literally hundreds of business owners and entrepreneurs, helping them to grow their online businesses. So I'm very excited about the topic because it's really near and dear to my heart.
You know, after hearing you say that, I just remembered I got started in 1985 with a $20 book. So my book was worth more than your book 15 years earlier.
Back when I was in
seventh grade. I'll just charge more. Yeah. Okay.
So my prices went up just a little bit, but yeah.
All right. Why are we doing this? Because that's what we hear a lot, but not frankly because we both accepted responsibility that our job is to help other people learn what we know, and we've long since resigned ourselves that we don't have to do this anymore, but we want to do it. And people ask me all the time, well, why do you teach? And I tell them, well, what else should I be doing? Why not teach? And I will also tell you guys that the truth is, if you don't teach what you know and share it with others, you're never going to be the best you can be.
Yep.
And the truth is, we do it because we can and because we still want to. And I don't know about you, Ed, but when I get to the point where I don't want to do it anymore, I won't be doing it anymore. It's that simple. All right. Guys, we're going to talk about these 6 things on this webinar today. And any one of them could be more than a living. Any one of them could actually make you 5 figures a month. And most of them can make you 6 figures a month. In fact, all of them could make you 6 figures a month. And I can sit here and make you a list of folks that I know that make 7 figures, not necessarily per month, but at least 7 figures annually in every single one of these businesses that we're going to discuss here today. So I'm not trying to get anybody to change their jobs. On the other hand, if it's your time, it's your time. I would never suggest to anybody they go quit their job until they have money coming in doing the thing that they think that they're going to make work. Before you quit your job, make sure it works. And what we are discussing here today, both Ed and I will tell you that anybody can do anywhere in the world if you choose to do it, but nothing on this seminar or any other seminar is going to just automatically happen. It's going to take a little bit of time, a little bit of work, and a little bit of learning curve. So if you're willing to do that, then we can put you into some pretty good sized money right here.
Yeah, and these are just ideas. So there's 6 things you can do. You can do these. You don't need to know how to code websites. You don't need to know HTML or understand how Google operates. I mean, pick from the list, listen to the things that we talk about. We've got experience across all of these. And so as you listen to this, you're going to start to hopefully be inspired, start to get motivated with maybe 1, 2, or 3 of the ones that you listen to. Start taking notes. And like Ron said, there's at least one thing that we can't do, which is to be able to open up the sky and have money rain down upon you. But what we can do is teach you these strategies so that you could potentially make that happen for yourself if you want to.
That's what my kids think you can do.
Yeah.
Open up the sky and money just falls. Yeah.
I have 3 of those.
Okay, they will get older.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Let's start with income generator number 1, and that's how to become an affiliate. And this is probably the easiest way to make money on the internet on the planet there is. For all of the advantages we'll get to here in a minute, but let me explain what that is. And that is very simple. You go find products that are existing on other sites, and I'm about to show you a list of those. You grab a link, which means you click on a button, and you pick the products and the links that you want to sell, and I'll tell you how to do that in a second. And then you drive traffic to your links in various ways. That traffic punches on the link that you receive, takes you to the website of the product providers, the website that the product provider sells from, or possibly even a webinar that the product provider is selling from. And everyone who clicks on your link and goes to that site or to that webinar is being sold by someone else who purchases that product. You get a check. It's that simple. And the reason that I like becoming an affiliate is for all of these reasons. Number 1, you don't need a product. And of course, I don't think I've ever had anybody that I've started in information marketing that came to the table with a product that was ready to sell. I've had quite a few create some, which I'll get to here in a minute. You need no merchant account because you're not charging credit cards. You probably are going to want a website, but you do not need a website in the beginning because you just need a link. You can do it with no cost. It costs you nothing to do this when you learn how to drive traffic for free, and you will. There's no risk because you're not spending any money. I mean, you can be dead broke, bankrupt, and really be down and out and start making some affiliate money real fast by just simply chatting and picking products to chat about. You can start immediately, and there's a very short learning curve, and it works anywhere in the world, not anywhere in the U.S. and Canada. So here's some sites that you might, again, I'm going to email the link to you when we're done for these sites. But every one of these sites, offervault.com, clickbank.com, commissionjunction.com, shareasale.com, and clickbooth.com, and probably 500 others out there, all have products mounted on them with links ready, and they want you to come to them, take their links, and drive people to those products, because these affiliates are also going to get a share of every single sale that takes place. And the internet is just loaded with these product sites nowadays. And more importantly, you don't have to create a darn thing. There's no copy for you to create. There's no letters for you to write. There's no customers for you to service. There's no refunds for you to worry about. Guys, it's just one of the easiest ways to get started on the internet there is.
They just
go ahead.
Literally click your link when they invest in whatever the person has on the other end, which is going to be good stuff because you're going to make sure that you pick the right ones. They end up, you get paid, and that's just really the way that it works. One recommendation I'd make when you're thinking about this, and again, Ron mentioned, just go to those websites. Start to look for stuff that's congruent with who you are, what you do, that sort of thing. So let me give you an example. Sometimes it's common to go to these affiliate sites and try to find the ones that have the biggest payoff, the biggest percentage sale, the biggest percentage that they're going to give you in terms of revenue. And they might be completely out of whack with who you are as a person. So let me give you an example. If you are a person who's in really good shape, or maybe you're a health professional, then health type things would be appropriate. You could even do it on Facebook. Hey, I just checked out this new book on how to do perfect pull-ups. You might be interested in this. Here's the link. Something like that. Again, if you're a teacher, there's stuff for that. If you are a business owner, real estate, if you're an entrepreneur, whatever you do, find something that's congruent with you. And I think you'll find better ways to weave that message in as an affiliate. And literally, this is probably the first way I got paid too, come to think of it, is just literally having people click on links, and next thing you know, you're getting paid.
Yeah, you see them everywhere you go. Anywhere you go on the internet, you'll see links. Somebody's getting paid every time somebody presses one of those links. Mm-hmm. And in fact, here's the big key here, guys. So this is a short, down and dirty seminar. And I think it's fair for us to disclose that at the end of this, we're going to tell you about a 3-day event that both Ed and I will be teaching. And everything that we discuss in this webinar today, we'll get a time to go into a great deal more detail in this class. And we'll work with you one-on-one to make sure you understand this. By the way, we don't expect anybody to do all 6 of these. However, there's nothing wrong with you doing 2 or 3 of these, especially the ones that blend so well together. Because the truth is, almost anything you do, you're going to wind up being an affiliate or having affiliates most likely. But the key here to picking your products is EPV. That stands for earnings per visitor. Let me see if I can explain that, Ed. And if I screw it up, you can try it again.
Yeah.
Okay? All right, guys. You want to get paid the most for when somebody clicks on your affiliate's website. That's earnings per visitor. For example, if the EPV is $1, that means that every time somebody clicks on that website, that it pays $1 to you. Or actually, our EPV is what it pays total. That means if we sold a $100 product and we only sold one of those out of 100 clicks, then we have $1 EPV. Let me say that again. We have one $100 sale and we had 100 clicks, and we had $1 EPV. I'll let you guys work on that math. The EPV is what's important, not the price of the product. Here's an actual click, where's this from? Click Booth, Click Bank, one of them. Oh, it's up there. This is Click Bank. If you will look on this page right here, it tells you what the product sold for, the average sale, and so forth. But this page does not show the earnings per visitor. All I care about is the EPV. I don't care what the product sells for. I don't care how well it's selling. I only care about the EPV, because that means I can pretty much count on receiving that amount of money for each visitor I drive to that site. Some sites have products that sell better than others. Therefore, there might be you might get a great big $50 or $100 commission on a product, but it might be extremely difficult to sell that product. So I want to get paid by the visitors, and I hope I made my case. Ed, see if you can make it any clearer than that.
No, that makes sense. Like we just said, go to the site here, look for ones that have good average dollars per sales or EPVs, and then find ones that are congruent. Give them a shot. Pick 4, 5, or 6. You know, when you do that, 2 will work really well. 1 will work okay. The other 2 won't work at all. You'll know what to go with.
Well, this is not actually the page that I wanted to show you guys, because if you go on ClickBank here, you can go to another page, and it literally will show you a chart with the EPVs for every product, and you can arrange them in the top 10 products. You can categorize them, as you can see on the left. You can pick all kinds of categories, and so there's homework to do. You got to go figure out what it is you want links to, and if you're going to get links, get quite a few of them. And as Ed said earlier, it don't have to be to do with anything about a business. It can be about a hobby. It can be about an interest. It can be about something medical. It can be about whatever's going on in your life that you feel comfortable talking about, because a lot of your traffic is going to come from you chatting it up and Facebook. And in fact, let's talk about where that traffic is going to come from, because there's a whole pile of places you can get it from. And we are certainly not going to sit here and go through this list right now. But if you blog, you better have affiliate links. If you are on Facebook, if you're on Twitter, you need affiliate links. Can't put affiliate links on Twitter, but you can drive them to affiliate links. Ads, banner ads, just any kind and every kind of social media, and all of the free stuff that you can get online. And Ed could spend probably 5 days running teaching you just how to drive traffic. In fact, we're going to spend a lot of time on that at the event, aren't we?
Yep, I've got over 30 traffic sources. A lot of this is part of this list. And again, as you look at this list, you think, well, shoot, I don't even know what a banner ad is. Don't even worry about that. If there's small things, I mean, you can have a blog up. You can have a blog up and running, literally created out of thin air in 10 minutes or less, and you don't need any technical skills, no coding skills or anything like that. As long as you can literally fill in some blanks, you can do that. And so we'll be showing you how to do some of this, more of this stuff. We're hitting the wave tops here on this hit affiliate stuff. But again, pick some things, start driving some traffic to it, see what starts to work, start to get a little momentum. When you get some momentum, you're going to see some really good things start to happen.
In fact, you're going to show them how easy you can set up a website in 10 minutes flat. If you've never done one before, they've got it so easy today that anybody can do it. You're going to do one for them in class, come to think about it, aren't you?
I probably will. This is one of my favorite parts, where I'm going to show you literally how fast you can have a website up that is bringing you new visitors or bringing you customers. It's amazing what you can do today with the internet, and we're going to leverage that in all the areas that we're going to talk about, because it's just huge.
Notice that part down there, guys, where it says your own list. The most important list you can ever build is your own.
Yep.
And the best traffic you're ever going to get is going to come from your own list. So we're also going to teach you how to build your own list. I mean, a huge list with thousands of people following you, receiving something from you daily or weekly. And in that list is where you implant your links to go to your affiliate websites or whatever, and get paid by just telling other people about things that you've discovered.
Yep.
By the way, you probably have received this brand new report out, 101 of the best advertising sources. And if you have not received it, don't worry about it. It'll also be in the link at the end of the webinar where we send you. You can download. This is a really, really killer report right here. This thing has just got tons and tons and tons. Actually got well over 101 resources for anything and everything that you want to do online. All right, Ed, this is your deal here.
Yeah, this is just, again, remember I said in the beginning of the call that this is real life stuff, real planet Earth stuff that actually really does work. Affiliate sales are a very, very small part of my business. I would say probably 2-3% of my business. So not a huge part. Most of what I do, you're going to find out in some of these later categories. But the point is that it actually works. And so here's May 31st, June 15th. I just took a snapshot, actually, of my PayPal account. I actually deleted out the payment from the company, but it's a local company here in San Diego that sells a very, very good software that I ended up referring a bunch of people to, and they ended up investing in using this software. And now every month I end up getting these payments. So this is just that period of time, 16 days, that $27,351.96 came in without me doing anything. I didn't have to follow up with the customer, didn't have to work with them at all. We did actually give them some bonuses, and so there's a little bit of interaction, but it just shows you what you can do. Now, this is like the part where I have to tell you that you don't go, you're not going to go from $0 to $27,000 overnight. And this result that you're looking at isn't typical. And the reason it's not typical is because most people don't actually take action or implement. So if you are the kind of person that doesn't implement the stuff, then it's not going to work for you. But if you're the kind of person that takes action, that implements, you're able to adjust, to adapt, to overcome, and to make smart decisions based on this stuff, you can expect to achieve results because you're going to have that take action sort of mentality. And that's really like the main requirement.
And I would add to that this affiliate might be a small part of your business, but it's large enough for most people to live on, for sure.
I've got several of my very close friends that this is all they do every day, all they do, and they do very, very well.
I know some people that make seven figures annually, ladies and gentlemen, and they don't even have a product, and that's affiliates is all they do.
Yeah.
Period. So
now I'm getting jealous. So go ahead. Wait, no customers.
All right. So. Very simple. You get the links, you drive the traffic, and you get the checks, and it is almost that simple, honestly. But we got to move on to income generator number 2, and that's how do I offer products to affiliate networks? That means how do I become the one that's receiving the traffic and become the one who's offering somebody else my product or a product to sell. Well, first you got to have a product, and then you got to have a site up and tested. So it can be your product, and we're going to talk about creating products. In fact, we spend a lot of time on that at the event. Yeah. But then you got to be the one to supply the link, and then you got to be the one to collect the money and ship the product, and you got to be the one to pay the affiliates. Now, this may or may not be something that you want to do because it does require those things that are sitting in front of you or on the board. But when you learn that you don't have to be the one that creates the product, you just got to go find them. And there's, thousands of products out there with great product creators who are proud of their product but don't have a clue how to sell them. And in fact, our mission, Ed and I's whole mission, not only here but at the event, is to teach you that the money is in the selling, ladies and gentlemen, not in the creating. Are you going to want to create? Most likely. But you learn how to sell. It works with you no matter what you do, wherever you're at.
You could literally walk from where I'm here in San Diego all the way to the east coast of Florida on top of experts in topics. I mean, finding people who are authorities on topics is not a problem. Finding people who know how to market is a big problem. So if you are a person who's willing to learn how to use the internet to market things, finding someone's product or expertise is really, really easy. And again, I've got one of my closest friends who lives here in San Diego literally has built his entire business being the marketing person for people who have no clue how to do marketing, but they've got products.
And here's just some samples of some sites set up designed to do this, to receive affiliate traffic. Here's one for government grants. There's one for a social media product. That's an actual video there, like a news clip. People come here, they fill in their information, and then they go to the page where they order the product. Here's mine, in fact, one of mine. This is, in fact, you guys want to write this website down. It's not in front of you. It's recessionproofron.com, recessionproofron.com. When you come to that site, you'll get my book and my CD free up there in the upper right-hand corner. You can download it for free. And then that means that I've captured your information. And once you leave that particular part of the website where you fill in the blanks, then it'll take you to a $59 upsell, and then it'll take you to a $97 upsell. So this website actually serves a lot of functions. But if I give an affiliate link to this site out, then I pay my affiliate based on the sales from this site, even though there's 2 or 3 upsells on it. Most of these sites will only have one product on it. So go check that site out. It's just one of many. All right, and we talked about this. What if I don't have a product? Well, you can create your own, or you can license them from others. I promise you this, if you're just starting, you want to choose number 2, not number 1. Creating product is 10 times harder than you think it is. If you're going to sit down and write your own stuff. However, putting a product together, when we teach you how to build a product that doesn't require you to be the author, that's extremely easy. In fact, I just got tons and tons of ideas on how you can do that. But again, the money is not in the creating, ladies and gentlemen. And in fact, a lot of people spend their entire lives with what I call the golden turd syndrome, which is falling in love with your own product and forgetting that there's a whole world of stuff out there that you can sell that doesn't. You don't have to own it.
I've never done that. I've never fallen in love. Well, I'm just kidding.
Oh, yeah. I know. Right. Me either.
Fall in love with your own stuff. Yeah.
Me either. Yeah. Okay. Here's some sites you can go to get all the products you want to sell. Again, don't worry about trying to write them down because I'm going to move on, and these will be emailed to you, and you can go play around with them all you want. In fact, that doba.com down there is huge. It's got so many products on it, you'd never run out of them. Now, I got to tell you that the downside of these is that you can get these products cheap, but there's places all over the web where you can get products cheaper. And so we need to spend a lot more time on this finding products that you can sell stuff. But there's enough right here to get anybody started. There's so many products on these sites that you're looking at, you'll never possibly even come close to working the products from more than one site, most likely. Alibaba.com is a great one as well. I'd go check that out if I were you. And figure out what you like, figure out what you think you can mark up. And then when we get to the eBay portion of this webinar, or when you learn a little bit about eBay, you can take anything off of any of these sites and drag it over to eBay and instantly got a product. And any of these sites will ship it for you guys. You don't ever have to touch the product. In fact, that's the last thing that I'd want you to do is touch the product.
Yep. And just because we're speaking to entrepreneurs and because we're entrepreneurs and we know because we're you that you're ADD just like us, don't go look at those websites now. Focus on the webinar and go look at those later. Yeah. And add one more to that. There's a website called ehow.com, EHOW, which literally has tens of thousands of experts that you could potentially work with if you wanted to license or sell information products.
eHow. Okay, I'll make a note of that one myself. See, I'm learning on this thing as well. eHow.com, huh? That's got a bunch of experts with products on it.
It's basically a bunch of people that teach certain things on certain topics, and you can pick or choose the topics that you think that you want to work with. You can either license the products if you really want to get sophisticated, like I know several people have done. They put together a joint venture agreements where they make basically a percentage, 50, 60, 70, sometimes all the way up to 80% of the sales of products from experts who have an idea. They know how to teach the stuff. They just don't know how to market it.
Well, if you want to know something, guys, I'm actually paying more. I've got a product that sells for $29, and we're now paying $60 for every sale that we get for $29.
Yeah.
Now, why would one want to? Well, you know what? I'm coming back to that. So let me get ahead of myself here. Let's go to income generator number 3. How do I start my own continuity? This is my favorite income stream. In fact, I so wished I'd have started on this years and years earlier. So, Ed, what is continuity?
Okay, so the best way I can explain this is really simple. Today, I came and looked at my email, and I had 93 emails. And I kind of was like, man, that's just a lot of emails to look through. But I've got this special account where every time a transaction occurs in my business, I get a little short email that says merchant email receipt. It tells me basically that I got paid. And what happened was when I came to my office this morning, there were 93 of those emails. Some of them were $19.95. Some of those were $29. Some of those were $37. Some of those were $297. Some of those were $497. Those are all the levels of the different monthly membership clubs that I had. Now, the important thing to know is for that transaction to happen while I was gone, I wasn't in the office, I wasn't working, for that transaction to occur required nothing for me to do on my end to actually get that to happen. The member or the person originally signed up with me to be part of a monthly club. I've got 4 of them to be part of a monthly club with me, and they get charged every single month. They agree to this. I mean, they know this going in. They get charged every single month going in, and at this point, I literally have hundreds of people that every single month get charged. And the best way to define continuity is to just call it making money while you sleep. It literally is a way you could be on vacation. I've gone on vacation before, came back with an extra $10,000 in the bank account that wasn't there before, simply because of continuity.
We're actually going to show some of yours here in just a minute.
Yes. Yeah.
First, let me show you the diversity of this, ladies and gentlemen. Here's one you do want to write down and go on after this is over. Do not go there now. I'm telling you, we're watching. Do not go there now. Write down UtahKidsClub.com, UtahKidsClub.com. This is Callie. Callie's a housewife in Salt Lake City, and this website does 2 things for her customer. It gives them coupons from local businesses that they can use, and it also has a chart of all of the local activities that moms can take their kids to. Those are the 2 services that Callie provides. But now she only gets $12 a month for that service. But folks, she's got 22,000 customers paying her $12 a month for that website right there, just to have access to the website and to get a membership card in the mail. So I want you to do the math on that. A kids club, and there's no product to ship except the membership card. There's no store to have. There's no employees. She's it, and she works on Tuesdays because she can't get a babysitter any other day. So this is just a great example of one kids. I love these kids clubs. In fact, I'm working with some of my students, creating them all over the country. And here's one. You guys have all gotten something like this. There's a website called amazingclubs.com. There's 150 different continuity programs where you order one of those things per month, and they keep shipping it to you. My staff bought me a tie of the month club. Every month I got an ugly tie in the mail. They get it to me as a present. In fact, I think most of these are probably gifts for other people. But these are just good examples of continuity. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right.
I'm sorry.
All right. Now, here's my own Platinum Inner Circle group, which we don't need to discuss now, but I've got people that I work with for a year, and we're helping them build businesses from scratch. And I got two of them that's got a kids club working. I got one lady that's got a dating over 40 club and a baby boomers club and a products from China subscription where you get emails every day from overstock stuff from China. I got a real estate investor club that we're working to build memberships to get him continuity built into his business. A pet owners club, website coaching, kind of like you do.
Yeah.
And we got all kinds of other cool. In fact, Ed, you're working very closely with all of these people, helping them set up the front end part of this business. So, and I'm driving as many of them as I can to continuity because continuity is financial freedom for you guys. Here's one of ours. This is called the Gold Club. You'll find that at ronsgoldclub.com, ronsgoldclub.com. It's a $59 a month continuity, or people pay us to be part of this membership. They get all this stuff. I'm not going to go through everything that's on here, but there's a whole mountain of benefits on here, online training and access to very important things that people need in the real estate business. But there's also an offline newsletter and a CD of the month and so forth. $59 a month. My goal is to get that to 10,000 members as fast as I can, and I'm going to let you guys do the math on what 10,000 members are times $59. In fact, better yet, suppose you had something that was paying you $59 a month and you only got 1,000 members. Ask yourself, how would your life change if you had $59,000 a month coming in, automatically charged to the credit card? You don't touch them. Everything is done on autopilot with almost no human intervention. And Ed, I want our listeners to know that we are working heavily with offline businesses as well as online businesses. And guys, I am telling you that I don't care what you do for a living, whether you have a store or you're an attorney or a restaurant or whatever you do for a living, I think you should work real hard to find a way to build continuity into your business.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about that a lot at the event, a lot, because continuity truly is financial freedom. And I guess equally as important, when you build continuity into your business and you got people paying you on a monthly till forbid, as we call it, basis until they say stop, that is cash flow that is easy to sell. So if you ever want to build a business that'll sell for the highest dollar amount, you want to build as much continuity into it as possible. Ed, I'm going to tell them about my restaurant continuity that I'm going to be working on here shortly, and then I'm going to let you tell them about yours. All right?
Yeah.
We had a restaurant in Myrtle Beach that I closed, and I'm going to open up one here in Jacksonville. It's called LeGrand's, and I can assure you that I'll have continuity built into that. So, Ed, let me just ask you this.
Yeah.
If I were to, would you pay me $200 a month, automatically charged to your credit card? If I were to give you, say, $250 worth a month worth of free food, I'll give you a card. You just come in, use it whenever you want. I'll treat you to free anniversary. I'll treat you to free birthday. I'll treat your kids to the free birthday dinners. And, I don't know, some special odds and ends that I can throw in there. So in other words, could I bribe you to give me $200 for free to $350 a month worth of value?
Yeah, if I didn't do it, my wife would kill me.
Especially if you like my food.
It's as long as the food's good, which it's going to be good. So, that's the kind of thing. Literally, my wife would be upset. I mean, she's great and she's really nice to me, but she doesn't like it when I pass up deals.
Well, all right. Well, you guys, if you guys just ask yourself, if you're a restaurant owner, and then let's say that I just had, 200 members like Ed paying me $200 a month. I got $40,000 a month in the till on the first of the month before I even opened the restaurant. Mm-hmm. That is enough to keep any restaurant in business. That is enough to make any restaurant do better than most restaurants. And frankly, 200 members would not be very many members to me. I intend to get at least 1,000 members into my restaurant continuity program and I'm gonna have memberships all the way up to $1,000 a month. So enough on that for now. I just want you to see how continuity fits into any business. If I were a barbershop, I'd have people paying me by the month, and I'd just build a package of benefits. If I'd have a lawyer, I'd have them paying the attorney's fees on a monthly basis, and I'd just build a package of benefits, and on and on and on. Tell us about what you do.
I love continuity, and I literally don't have a business that doesn't have it. I run really now five different businesses, and they all have. You got 4 of them right here, but I don't do it without it. It's so powerful, and it's so valuable too. If you want to actually help people with your message, your product, your service, having them plugged in on a monthly basis is huge for them too. I'll just give you a couple of them. I've got a club called the Afterburner Club. That is basically if you want to look at the website, you can write it down at afterburnerclub.com. It's basically for people who want to be fighter pilots. That's $37 a month. I've got one for basketball referees called the Court Club. That's $29.95 a month. I've got one for speakers who are public speakers who are keynote fee-based speakers. That's $97 a month. I do that with a partner of mine, a guy named James Malinchak. I got a program, an online program called Internet Profit Toolkit. That's $497 a month. I've got another one that's $997 all the way to $1,500 a month. It's a brand new business that I'm just starting right now. And the cool thing is the folks who are in this Internet Profit Toolkit, the one at $497 a month, we actually put them into business where they can actually use our services as coaches and consultants so that they can actually get people on monthly too. So we put people into the money-making business and give them continuity as well, which is really cool. Here's just a recent snapshot of just some numbers, just some really rough numbers. In my referee niche, I got 193 members. Actually, that's up. We had a big promotion just a couple weeks ago, so we're in about the 220, 230 range. Okay, so that's about $5,780.35 every single month. My fighter pilot is between $19.95 and $37, depending on when they got in. That recently hit $6,689 in a month. Speaker niche, about 150 roughly at 97. That's $14,433. If you just do the math on that, that's about $323,079 a year. That comes in. Shoot, I didn't even include the most lucrative one that I have, which is that $497 level, that Internet Profit Toolkit. So the point, and that probably, if I were to add it all up, probably gets close to that number again, just that $323,000, just that program alone. Now, the point here is really, really simple. This is actual real clubs, real life money that comes in, real people that actually get value every single month. And you do it simply by, I mean, I'm not kidding you. You literally just add it in to your program. When you sell something, when you put people onto your list, when you do, anytime you do some sort of a transaction, you literally can put in continuity. Your members will love you for it. You're going to give them great value every single month for whatever you're giving them. And I guarantee you will never look at your bills the same way ever again. If you hit the beginning of the month, like I used to do back when I first started getting into business, before I ever did any of this stuff, I used to look at that American Express bill that came in every month, and I had this like anxiety, like, oh my gosh, I got to pay this thing in 20 days. How in the world am I supposed to pay this? Let me tell you, when you have a American Express bill that comes in, and say it's $10,000, $15,000, but you know, hey, this month I'm bringing in $40,000 in continuity. It makes you feel a lot better about those bills that you have to pay. And I just want you to imagine, just take like what Ron said. Let's just imagine, like, just take the Fighter Pilot Club. Let's just say you've got 190 members at $19 or $37 a month. That's it, 190 folks. What would your life be like right now with just an extra $6,600 a month? That's it, just that. I mean, could you start paying off some bills? Could you pay down some debt? Could you help your kids' college fund? Could you help take a vacation? Are you kidding me? At $6,000 every single month, you could certainly take some time off, especially when the money's coming in. Shoot, you could help it. You know what you could do with a charity or a nonprofit if you were able to help them with the amount of money that you were bringing in on continuity? And so, like, I get really excited about this topic, and I'm going to give you a bunch of examples when we really get detailed in this, but this is something you can do, and you can do it very quickly, and it is easily one of the most lucrative things that you will ever do, and fun.
And you know what I'm doing right now, Ed? I'm literally working on multiple continuity programs, some of which I'm trying to get my family to do, because honestly, I don't want them to have to worry about having to make a living.
Yeah.
Some of them are really struggling doing that right now.
Yep.
And once you get this continuity working, guys, there's your chance to reach out to your family and not only help them financially, which I find you better do very sparsely, not on a regular basis, but also to help them maybe you can bring them over. There is not a person in this country right now who has internet access. First of all, they don't have it. They can get it very cheaply now. That can't build a continuity program. And we're just so excited to actually show you this when we get you to class.
And this is, I mean, just to jump on top of that too, this literally, I think, is the best insurance you could have. So like when I think about what, God forbid, if something were to ever happen to me, death, incapacitation or whatever, there's just this stream of income coming in. I've got a beautiful wife, 3 kids, ages 6, 4, 2.5. They will be okay. I mean, there is this revenue stream that comes in, and it's powerful. It is really powerful what you can actually create, and a lot of fun.
So let's just picture yourselves, ladies and gentlemen, with 1,000 members, which frankly Ed and I will show you how to get in a week when you're ready to receive them. 1,000 members just paying you $19 a month. Could you live on $19,000 a month? And you know as well as I know that that's just the beginning, because if you get to the point where you get 1,000 members, you're going to want 2,000, then you're going to want 5,000, and the next thing you know, you're going to have 2 or 3 or 4 of these continuity programs on working like we do. This is one of the most important things that I'm working on in my personal life right now, is this continuity stuff.
Yep.
So any more word on continuity, because I got to go to income generator number 4. All right.
I'm just getting excited.
Yeah, well, it excites me. All right, now this is one that's going to excite many of you, because you are going to want to create your own product or service, and these are the things that you have to have done for that to happen. You got to have a website and what we call a landing page where you receive the traffic that comes in. You're going to see dozens of these in class. In fact, every time you go on the internet, you see dozens of them. You just may not recognize them as landing pages. Then you're going to have a plan to drive the traffic, and consistency. Consistency is what most people need to work on, I find. Anybody can drive a little traffic today, but it needs to be consistent in order to build a business. And then some delivery system to deliver your product. That's, of course, easy if it's electronic. By the way, Ed, back to all of these continuity programs that you showed us a minute ago. Out of all of those programs that you do, I was asking myself, what does he actually do to earn this money? Because all of this stuff is delivered electronically, and then you have 2 or 3 phone calls for the whole batch there a month. Do you not?
I do some through the mail. I will bring examples when I'm teaching this in the .com segment. I will actually bring examples of the stuff that I give out. But I do that. I've got websites. I've got online stuff. There's some services that I provide for my internet folks that we do a lot of work for them in the back end, a lot of the done-for-you stuff. So it runs the gamut. But the point, really going back to what you said, is there's always a way to put it in every business. There literally is.
Yes.
And you simply give people what they want. It's really very simple.
And that comes right back to this. Here we're selling our own product on a website. And again, you want to add continuity to that product. In other words, they buy my product, I'm going to let them opt into some form of continuity. And remember, guys, they can opt out anytime they want. They're not in any trap. They're not signing any contracts or anything. So it's our job just to make it the benefits big enough to where they'll pay whatever dollars we ask them to pay. And if they're not happy, they're going to go away. So our job to keep them happy. But in this case, we're just selling a product. I'm going to show you an example of one here in just a second. But that's the items you need right there. And yes, you're going to need a merchant account. So before we get off of that, you guys, before you come to class, you ought to go to PayPal and Google and Amazon and get yourself an account set up on all 3 of them so you're ready. Because when we get you in class, you're going to want to go home and start making money immediately. So I'm telling you, go ahead and get you a merchant account set up here. They're very easy to do on PayPal and Google. I don't know the name of the one at Google, and Amazon's got one. And you guys can all go get one of those. And then when we get to class, we'll go over these steps step by step. And if you don't have a product, we're going to talk about helping you create one. And then if you need to work with us after that, that'll be available for you as well. Again, that's my website where I have the product on it. And that's what I'm doing right here is I'm offering my book and my CD are free to get them to come to my site. You got to have a reason for them to come to your site. And then behind that, there's 2 product offers, $59.97. So, and in the middle of that is a continuity offer. If you buy my $59 product, then you go to my $59 Gold Club offer, and then I give you my $59 product for free for just saying yes and opting in, because I really don't like to force people in. I want them to opt in, Ed. I want them to literally say yes, I'm in.
Yeah.
And so I make it worth your while to just say yes, knowing you can get out at any time, and then we go to the $97 sale. So that's a good example of a site that does all of it in one site. Again, that's recessionproofron.com. And I know that we're not going to get spend near enough time as you'd like here, but we'll spend tons of time on this in class. And here's a really good example of one of our students. This is Jay Connor. We just got Jay Connor up and running with a brand new course that he created on private lending. I helped him create the course, and Ed helped him put this website up. And this website sells Jay's $997 course. Got a video of him on it there. I think, is this the website or is this driving them to a webinar? Ed, I don't remember which this does.
This is just, I think
this is just a website.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's got a webinar. So this site sells the product. We have another little short site that drives them to the webinar. So the webinar plays automatically, folks, and you just got to get this. People come to the site, and then Jay will play a webinar automatically every single week. And so every single week, Jay's got a machine selling this product for him. And it's a really, really good product, too. It's $997. In fact, you guys go check out his site. It's wheretogetthemonynow.com. Wheretogetthemonynow.com. And you'll see how simple this site really is. Jay sells the product for $997. So you just ask yourself, how many of these do you need to sell per month to make a living? How many do you need to sell per month to make way more than a living? At $997. In fact, Jay's first webinar, Ed, I don't know if you know this. Maybe, yeah, you do know this. He is up to 33 sales now on his very, very first webinar.
It's amazing. At $997. Last I talked to him, it was about 25. And I mean, you just saw that website. That video we took at one of my trainings, the website. Literally, you can have a website like that up in 10 to 15 minutes. I mean, this is not difficult stuff here. And you can see the numbers that Jay was able to do because he had something that people wanted, and he had delivered it to them in the right format that they could easily respond to. And you would be amazed. I mean, you literally would be amazed. I talked about how I begun. I mean, I really started in this little fighter pilot course. You know, if you hit the next slide, you'll see there's sort of a little bit of a progression. As I grow, you can just kind of hit it all together, Ron, as this kind of goes. But you'll see this business literally, it was like a snowball. This is my fighter pilot business. This is income growth in this particular business, like a snowball rolling downhill that just picks up steam and picks up steam and picks up steam and picks up steam. Now, the interesting secret, and I'm in the product business, so like I've got a whole bunch of stuff. I'll show you a couple of them here in just a second. The most interesting thing about this, which I love about the online component of this business is, and without any exaggeration, as the numbers went up, as the income increased, my work actually went down in a corresponding fashion. So where I was making 15 times more a year after I was making $1,500 and I was making $15,000 selling that little fighter pilot course that I originally started at $14, as my income like went up 10 times, my work in that particular business went down about 10 times. Because once you get it going, once you get the ball up and running and moving, it's like the thing just picks up steam and starts to operate itself. You're going to put the effort in up front. This is not like you can't just like push a button and then money falls out of the sky. But like, take a look at this. This is $15,536.95 in a recent month. Working legitimately 4 to 5 hours a month, probably even less than that, because I actually hired some people to do some writing for me.
You didn't work 4 to 5 hours a month on this. Who are you kidding?
It was a little bit less, but I'm just being conservative here. Divide that out. Okay, we're looking at about $3,884.23 an hour in that one little business that literally pretty much operates on its own. Again, not a typical result, because the typical result of people don't do anything. But when you implement and you take action on this stuff really works. I mean, yeah. I have a question for you, which is just on this next slide, which is what do you do when you have a system that works? Okay, what do you do when you have a system that works? And the answer to that is very simple. You do it over and you do it over and you do it over again. And so I did this the second time after my fighter pilot business. I created a course for basketball referees. Okay, and as you look at the next slide, what you're going to see is that this business averages anywhere between say $7,000 to about $11,000, $12,000 every single month. Okay, not doing a lot of work in that particular. Hey, look, I do a lot of work. I mean, I am a efficient person and I do a lot of work. But these businesses that are off on the side, just producing revenue over and over and over and over and over again. And so what do? You do it again. I've got a productivity system on how to get stuff done fast. And that particular business, just in 1 year, almost on the side brought in $30,903.25. And, oh, by the way, in the creation of this product, and I will talk about product creation, you can literally create a product in, you can actually do it in an afternoon if you really want to, but just to give you a actual real window that I think is doable for you, you can actually have a great product done in 7 days or less. Easy, okay? All you got to do is find out what people want and deliver it back to them. And the cool thing about it, like I said, is things like this $10,000 that we raised in the creation of this product. When you have things like this, you are an immense, valuable force for good in the world. Look, thinking good about people, thinking good thoughts about people is one thing, but you can change the world. Literally, you can change the world with a check. So if you want to help a nonprofit, you want to help a group of people that are struggling in one way or another, one of the most valuable things that you can do literally is to help them financially. And you're not going to be able to do that if you don't have that coming in on your own, which is one of the amazing blessings and benefits of this type of business.
And I want to point out, guys, before we go any further, that he's talking about a product now. He don't even talk about the continuity that we discussed earlier. This is just the revenue from the product.
Yep.
And if I were to choose a product, I'm not sure I would choose one that would cater to fighter pilots, which has to be very, very small niche out there in the marketplace. So we're going to talk about, let's go where the money is. Let's go where the biggest demand is. And we're going to teach you how to do the research to find out what products you want to start with and create and or find and or sell on affiliate products. So I do not want you to go start creating a product. That is not the first thing you do. So first things first, get revenue coming in.
If you do that, you'll have what I've got, which is some stuff sitting on my shelf that I created that I thought people wanted that I never sold.
Well, I don't have any of that.
So we're going to walk you through how to go through this process, but I literally do not create a product until somebody has already bought the product. Okay, and we'll talk about how to do that ethically and everything. We'll talk about how you do that the right way.
All right. We got to get moving, man. Whoa, we are so far behind. All right, income generator number 5 is generate and sell leads. This is a whole multi-billion-dollar industry, and all that means is we find people who are interested in a product or service and sell that information to a business who is more than happy to pay us for that product or service. And if you look down there at the bottom, it says, why do some affiliates pay you more than their first sale? I alluded to that earlier. It's because they have more stuff to sell them on the back end. For example, we are now paying $60 for every $29 sale, which means we go in the hole, $31 up front, plus the cost of shipping the product out just to get that new customer, because we have other products to sell them on the back end, and we know that customer will bring us back several $100s more over the next 30 to 60 days. So, guys, any business, online or offline, will be glad to pay you for customers because they're going to pay somebody for them. It might as well be you. And here's what you need to be in the lead generating business. And incidentally, it goes so well with everything else we discussed. And I hope you're figuring out by now that all of these income streams that we're putting up here marry. Some of them are so closely related that you would not want to do one without the other. And if you're going to generate leads on a particular subject matter, it's not difficult to also offer that information to other businesses with the customer's permission to do so. You need lead buyers. I'm going to give you a list of them here in just a second. You need a site to attract prospects, which we've already been discussing, and or you could set up specific sites to do nothing but generate leads when you have specific buyers that'll pay you a high dollar amount for them. You need traffic to your site. Comes back to always needing traffic, doesn't it, Ed? Always need traffic. And you need a merchant account to charge that vendor or that business for those leads before you send them to them. Here's a list of sites that'll buy leads, and there's probably 500 more of them out there. Do not try to write them down. I'm going to email you the link at the end, and this list will be on it. But you can go to any one of these websites, and you'll see that they will buy leads of varying types and varying price ranges. But here's something that you probably don't know or have never given any thought to. We have worked closely with offline businesses, and I can tell you for absolute fact, because we here at Global Publishing have done this homework ourselves, going down this path, that your local businesses will pay you a lot more than you would imagine for a qualified lead. Let's just use a chiropractor, for example. Ed, did you know that a chiropractor's value of a new customer for the first year is $2,500?
I did not know that.
So if a chiropractor knows that a new customer coming to them is worth $2,500 in their first year, they will gladly pay $200 for a qualified lead. It's just a matter of math. And the truth is, guys and gals, they're going to pay that $200, whether they put it in the newspaper ads, radio ads, or wherever they put it. They might as well give it to you for a qualified lead.
Yep.
So what's a qualified lead? It's somebody that has back pain. Somebody that has back pain. There are websites and there are offline businesses that do nothing but generate leads for chiropractors, medical doctors, dentists, and various other things. In fact, what's the name of that? Ask Gary. That's a lawyer thing? Did you have Ask Gary where you're at out there?
I do not know.
We have the radio commercials where it's I think it's lawyers where you call this number and Ask Gary, and that's all that is.
I just looked it up. 1-800 Ask Gary.
Is that?
I've never seen this before, but this is a really good idea. This is a really good idea.
So if I got, let's just say I live in Jacksonville, Florida, which happens to be one of my favorite cities because I live here. Let's say I got 20 chiropractors and they're all in a specific zip code, and I know each one of them will pay me $200 for someone that says, yes, I got back pain and I'm going to need a chiropractor. Well, I simply take that information, charge the chiropractor's card with a little simple pre-formed agreement, and email that information to that chiropractor, and I get $200 for every one of those that I send over to that chiropractor. So when we teach you how to generate these leads cost effectively, let's say that $200 lead only cost me $50 to generate. Well, I just netted $150 for every one of these leads that I generate. So you can see why so many of these companies are in the lead generating business out there. This is all they do. By the way, I got a friend in San Diego where you're at that made grossed $110 million last year, and he does nothing but generate leads online. So this is big, big, big business. But let's just narrow it down to a little small business for you to start with until you get your head in it and you find out it can be a very big business quickly. Let's say you just generate 5 of those chiropractor leads a week, guys and gals. That's $1,000 a week. $1,000 a week just by getting a little information and passing it on to the people that are willing to pay for it. Incidentally, notice there's a whole lot more out there than chiropractors. I happen to know house painters. House painters will gladly pay you $200 per lead if somebody says, I'm going to need my house painted in the near future. Plastic surgeons, they will pay you way more than $200. Their average value of a customer is over $5,000. So can you see how these high-ticket companies, these large transaction companies like this, will gladly pay for qualified leads because, again, they're going to pay for them anyway. So do your own math, folks. Do your own math. And I bet you by the time you leave this event, you can see that there's a business here. And then here comes eBay, number 6.
This is literally, all of this stuff is like, I think it was Zig Ziglar who said, you can pretty much get everything you want in life as long as you'll help people get what they want in life.
Yep.
So this literally is just giving people what they want. This is all this is, not technology or coding, difficult online stuff, hard to understand words. This is literally helping people with what they want. And you can pick and choose how you do it, but the world is full of opportunities for you right now, especially online, and the door is open. The door is open. So get on it.
Number 6 is eBay, and we are not going to spend any time on it right now, but I can tell you we got one of the country's best qualified eBay experts who will be at this event. And eBay is not about cleaning out your closet, ladies and gentlemen. That might be where you start. But do you know over 1 million people make their living on eBay every single month? In fact, eBay is the largest traffic site out there right now. And in fact, it is the #1 site for real estate. Most people don't know that, Ed. eBayrealestate.com is the #1 largest real estate site in the world. And cars are sold on there. And what you're going to learn is to make eBay a business, folks. We're going to show you how you find stuff all over the place and resell it, how you generate leads on eBay, how you use eBay as a source to grow any business, not just clean out your attic and sell it on eBay. It's amazing what this one website can do for you. But don't have time to get into it right now. But there are your 6 income generators that we will be discussing at the .com Summit. And from that, you will probably get several more income streams that come from the ideas. So let me go spend a couple minutes here with you telling you about this event because you're going to get an opportunity to sign up for it. It's very inexpensive. Ed and I are going to give you a shameless bribe before this is over because we truly want to spend 3 days with you in this class and show you all of the cool things that are happening out there around you. Whether you choose to participate in it or not, there's an awful lot of folks making a ton of money on the internet today. Yes, you will arrive in a cloud, but you're going to leave with a plan that you can implement quickly, not just a plan that's never going to get done, but one with step-by-step process that you can go home. In fact, we're going to do what we can to get you started implementing it before you even leave the room, aren't we, Ed?
Yep.
This is about making them get the work done, not just data dumping on them.
Yeah, as you want to come and participate, again, we're going to have opportunities for us to help you with your products, whatever you're thinking about, give you good ideas, maybe take some ideas that might not be so good and talk about those, and I think you're going to hit that too.
We're going to teach you how to get started with no previous experience. You decide what it is you want to get started on by the end of this event. Then you'll learn how to drive some traffic to whatever it is you want to drive traffic to, both online and offline. And while we're on that subject, ladies and gentlemen, if you have a business, any business, I don't care if it's a brick and mortar business or what it is, you've got to be in this event, because what you're going to learn is how to use the internet here to grow any business. And I don't care if it's information marketing or if it's a restaurant. In fact, you're going to learn the tools you need to take with you, whether you want to expand your business or whether you want to go buy a business. And in fact, if you learn how to market and drive revenue into a business, it puts you in the driver's seat if you want to go buy failing businesses and turn them around and then resell them. There's whole industries out there doing that right now.
Yep.
Everything we'll discuss here will be covered in great detail so you know how to implement it. And again, I just discussed this, how to drive the revenue up in any business. And it's fun when I can take these offline businesses, and I'll tell you the truth, Ed, these offline businesses are just dumber than a box of rocks about how to drive in business.
Yeah.
For example, have you ever been into a restaurant where they actually even captured your name?
Yep.
I couldn't imagine having a restaurant where I don't even know who my customers are.
Yep.
And yet most businesses don't even know who their customers are. And I'm going to teach you, we're going to teach you how to build continuity into your business, no matter what it is. And if we can't find a way to build continuity into your business, then we'll find a way to build continuity having nothing to do with your business. Because I want continuity into your life. We're also going to have product critique on that first night. Ed and I are going to do a panel, and this is really killer. People bring their product ideas in and or their products in, and we discuss the good, the bad, and the ugly. And one of two things will happen: either we will have created a new business or revived one that was ill, or we will have killed a business that was not worth the time.
Yep.
So we're either going to have excited people leave our stage or they're going to leave in tears, one of the two.
We're either going to show you how to make more money or more money, or we're going to show you how to save a lot of time, a lot of time. And I'll tell you, this is one of the most popular things that we do at this event too, and you will be amazed as you listen to other people's business ideas, how ideas will begin to flow to you as well. It's a very powerful sessions.
Yeah. They absolutely are. And the truth is we have created quite a few businesses just from that session.
Yep.
But, warning, it's not about your feelings. It's about the truth.
Yeah.
Okay, Ron, this sounds expensive. Yeah, it does sound expensive. And the truth is it ought to cost a whole lot more than it does. The price of this event is $1,497. And you probably know you're not going to pay that. It's not $1,497 if you get registered here right now, at least not this year. Next year, we are going to increase the price of this event dramatically. But for now, you're going to get a real bargain on it. And there's your cost. It's only $99 for general admission and only $199 for the VIP pass. I didn't say that. VIP pass.
I'm just going to quote you on that.
Yeah, you do that. Now, guys, you're going to want the VIP pass. You do not want general admission as long as you have a choice. Because, well, the truth is the VIP passes will sell out quickly, and if you don't get one soon, you will not have a choice. But the VIP pass gets you several things you don't get with the general admission. Number one, you're going to have a lunch with our faculty, where you get to pick the brains of them and ask questions and so forth. And yes, we are buying you lunch during that special session. Number two, you get a priority seating, which means you can sit anywhere in the room you can. We rope off the front for our VIP passes, not required to sit up there, but it's certainly available to you. And then you get product critique priority. There's only 5 or 6 products or product ideas that we can critique that evening, and that's turned out to be such a popular part of our event that we actually have to set a priority status. So VIP pass holders will get priority status. So you want to do a VIP pass. Again, you do have a choice, but take the VIP pass. You'll be glad you did. Very simple guarantee. If you're not happy, you don't have to pay. It's a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee, and you can sit through the entire first day, and if you're not happy, just go back to the back of the room and tell them, I'm out, and you'll get an immediate refund for your $99 or your $199. We've learned a long time ago, folks, only when the student is ready can the teacher appear, and neither Ed nor I want to spend our lives trying to get people to do something they don't want to do. And it is tax deductible, so you can write off the trip, you can write off the hotel, you can write off the food as long as it's your business, or you call it your business. And of course, you can write off the great big whopping $199 tuition price as well. Now, here's something that I know you appreciate, Ed.
Yeah.
And that is that we are letting veterans attend this event absolutely free for the general admission and $100 for the VIP pass, because we got to collect on the VIP. We're actually spending money on food and the like. So guys, if you're a veteran, make sure that we know when you register that you're a veteran. And I hope that our website is set up to separate the veterans out. Please do not tell us you're a veteran if you're not a veteran, because we will ask for your ID, your veteran ID, and frankly, that's not a cool thing to do anyway. If you're not a vet, you're not a vet. Small amount of money. Just pay the stupid amount of money and forget about trying to scam us. Because we're going to check. We have a database. We are going to check. But guys, we are thrilled. We are happy to let veterans come and learn, because Ed and I both are committed to helping veterans come back and not ever have to worry about a job again, ever.
Yep.
So, again, if you're a veteran and you want the general admission, it's absolutely free. That means no cost to you whatsoever, but you do have to tell us when you go register. And if you want the VIP pass, it's only $100. And there's 3 events coming up. One will be in Los Angeles, one will be in Chicago, and one will be in Atlanta. I would not worry about what city the event is in if I were you, ladies and gentlemen. I'd worry about how fast I can get there. If you anywhere near the Los Angeles area, or if you're not, when you get on an airplane, when you will not know what direction it's heading in. When it lands, the hotel looks like all the rest of them. So the truth is, get there as fast as you possibly can. Do not put it off because one's near you. Now, the tendency is if you can drive to it, you want to drive to it. But honestly, I found the best thing you can do is get out of your town.
Yeah.
Get out of your town for 3 days. Give Ed and I your full attention.
Yep.
Give us a chance to help you learn some new stuff and grow some new businesses here. And I can tell you, you're a lot more peace when you don't have to drive back and forth. You don't have to try to get there on time in the morning. We start at 8 a.m. sharp, and we're going to go into the evenings here, and where you don't have the honeydews and the interruptions and all of those happen. Come give us 3 days, and we'll give you a lifestyle that you won't get anywhere else. So
yeah,
pick the one, and if you want to change, you can pick up the phone, call, change your location. Not a big deal. There's no transfer charge. This is not Delta. And here's how you can come for free and get paid to attend. On your general admission ticket, you will get mailed to you 5 additional tickets that are worth $99 each. So we're literally mailing you 5 tickets. You can do whatever the heck you want to do with them. You can sell them to your friends, sell them to your club if you're a part of a club, or you can give them away.
Yeah.
But don't give them to veterans now, because they're going to get in free. And incidentally, guys, tell all the veterans you know and get them to this thing, because we literally would love to have this thing full of veterans. And Ed and I are both Marines, and we just have a soft spot in our hearts for helping these veterans get a real jump,
yep.
Especially after they come back from a combat zone.
And even if you're, in the Army, Navy, or Air Force, we still love you. So, I mean, we'll make fun of you, but
you had to point that out. Okay. So in other words, you can get in if you're not a Marine too. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Yep.
All right.
Just this time.
All right. Now here's the good news, guys. You can take these tickets and sell them and do whatever you darn well please with the money. You don't send us the money. You keep the money.
Yeah.
So if you sell these tickets for $99, and incidentally, you cannot sell them for more than $99. That'll be printed right on the certificate. So you can go ahead and collect the $495, get your $99 back or whatever, and keep the rest. It's a chance for you to earn your way, and a chance to get some friends and family in there that you'd like to have in there.
Yep.
So do what you want with them. Now, if you're a VIP pass member, you're going to get 10 of these things. We're going to ship you 10 tickets in the mail. Again, that's almost $1,000 worth of tickets. Do whatever the heck you want to do with them. But at the very least, give them away. Do not let them sit around and go to waste. The instructions will be right on them. And whoever you sell them to or give them to, we'll have to call in and get registered so we can prepare for them, have materials for them, and so we'll know how many to set until we cap out. We're going to cap out at this event. When we cap out, we're going to cap out. So it's first come, first serve. And I would hate to have your folks be the ones we have to tell that, nope, they can't get in LA. They got to wait till the next one. So get these out as quick as you can. We're going to mail them to you as soon as your registration, as soon as we get your registration here. Now, here's a really, really, really cool item that I'm going to give away here. So listen up, guys, because I just added it at the last minute. I have a 4-day event on CD. This is over 20 hours of training on marketing, mostly offline. Some of it's online, but mostly offline. So in the .com Summit, we're going to spend 3 days talking about how to market online and how to create internet businesses. But this is the counterpoint of that. And I do a lot of teaching in this event myself. And just for the record, it was $1,997 to come to this event. It's a $997 value that we sell the CDs from today. You're going to get the entire package, including the manual, absolutely free if you're one of the first 20 people to register for this event as soon as we get off this webinar. You have to be one of the first 20. We literally are counting them because this is a massive product that we're giving you. Now, we're going to give you the download. We're not shipping you the CD, so please don't assume that we are. We couldn't possibly do that for your $199 VIP pass price. Again, this course alone sells for $997. And the value you get in this, you can't get anywhere else on the planet. Ed, do you have something that you wanted to add to?
I'm going to throw something in as well for those who are implementing and taking action fast. Before I do that, really quickly, let me just mention something that's important for me to say. You may have been to events in the past, other places, other people, where there's sort of one speaker after another, after another, after another, after another, that all are sort of speaking and then offering their products or something like that. Let me just tell you, the event that we were talking about, this .com Summit, is a teaching event. In other words, there's going to be phenomenal content. I guarantee you, basically, bottom line, guarantee you, this will be the best event you ever attend to learn internet. Shoot, I think the last time I looked at the schedule, I'm personally got about 80% of the first day. So we will spend a lot of time together. I'm going to break down my businesses. I'm going to show you a bunch of ways to get traffic. I'm going to show you a bunch of ways to make money, how to create products, how to get continuity going. And I'm going to break it down into very simple, easy to understand. You will have a checklist, literally a checklist walking out the door of here's what I'm going to do next. And so just so you know, this is an opportunity for you to come and learn and grow. And I got to tell you, you got to be, I mean, the investment to come to this thing is just is actually pretty crazy. So
a little ridiculous if you ask me.
Frankly, if you're listening, if you're like me, you're signing up for August. I mean, I'm the kind of person, you may have figured this out. Like, I figure why take 10 years to do something that can only take a month. So I'm going to get it done and get it done fast. So if you're like me, you're going to sign up and show up in LA for the very first one because you want to get in, get implementing, and get going fast, get up running and profitable. And why wait to do that until you can? And that's going to be the first one that fills up. So I would sign up now. Shoot, bring your spouse, bring a business partner, bring a significant other. Bring someone that will be working with you, use those guest tickets and do all that stuff. Now, I'm going to actually give you 3 extra bonuses when you sign up, just a way to get you going, get you started. It's actually going to be some of the introductory things that will lead you into the teaching that we're going to do. And so what I'm going to do is actually send you 3 things. First thing I'm going to send you is a special report. This report is called the 5 Most Common Myths that you've been led to believe about how to make money online. I will show you how to avoid these myths and literally get up, running, and profitable very fast. And the second special report that I'm going to send you lists over 30 traffic sources and over 9 ways to get people to either give you their name or email address or to get them to invest in your products or services that you have offered. So I'm going to send you two of those special reports. Very good, solid content. You're probably going to read it and then reread it again on the airplane coming in. And then the other thing that I'm going to do is I have a video training series that I've created for you where I will show you the 5 web pages. They're only 5 pages that you need if you're going to have a product business like my referee business, my fighter pilot business, the productivity business that makes you money while you sleep, creates continuity, creates passive income. You literally only need 5 pages on a website. It's simple. You can have them up very fast. And I'll show you how to do that very, very quickly, and I'm going to give you that video series as well so that you can see that. And then when you come to the event, you'll have had that basic intermediate understanding. We can move very quickly into some advanced stuff. I got the dates on my calendar. I am looking forward to coming and spending time with you. You will be amazed at how much time you get with us, how much content you get, how much value you get, and how you're going to get your own questions answered. This is an opportunity for us to work one-on-one, and I certainly am looking forward to it.
Well, I am too. And guys, if you're looking at the screen, if you happen to be listening and not watching, the number to dial is 800-567-6128. They'll be standing by for 30 minutes, 800-567-6128. And I'm going to go ahead and give my entire Marketing to the Masses course, my 20-hour course, to everybody who calls within that 30 minutes. Even if it tops back, it's already going to top 20 because we're already top 20. While Ed was talking, we hit 20. So again, that's 800-567-6128. Got to get in here within 30 minutes to get my Marketing to the Masses courses, and you got to get in here by the end of the day to get Ed's course that he just offered you. In fact, I didn't even know Ed was going to do that. You weren't even in my slides. That's how spur of the moment that was. So tremendous, tremendous value. And if you are want to go to the online and register, do that at .comsummit.com. That'll take you to a sales page. It'll tell you more about the event, but there should be a place for you to register quickly without having to go through all of that sales page, and it'll take you right to the order page. Very simple process, very inexpensive price, total money back guarantee, and some of the best in the industry will be spending 3 days with you. So, Ed, thank you for taking the time to share this information with us. I, too, am looking forward to spending 3 days together with all of our excited new fans out here and help them build some businesses, which, of course, we've done in the past and will continue to do in the future. And again, guys, don't forget to bring your product ideas and or your products. And if you don't have any, don't worry about it because you will have by the end of the first day.
By the time you leave.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, we'll see you soon. Get registered right now. Remember, first come, first serve. Got to do it within 30 minutes to get my $1,000 shameless bribe that I'm giving you. All right. Thank you so much, Ed.
Thanks, Ron.
Thank you all for listening.